Sarah Duck. I am an intuitive spiritual coach and energy healer, and I have your, I'd say weekly reading, but I'm doing this for the next 2 weeks because it's the Easter holidays until the 29th of April, and it just makes it easier for me to just keep the child quiet for one video rather than 2. So we have, this is for April the 22nd to the 5th of May, but it's also timeless. So if you watch this and it's not those dates, then it may still resonate. Take what resonates, get rid of what doesn't. It won't resonate for everyone, being a general energy reading. So let's get into this. I have 2 cards from the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor, 3 cards by the Crystal Angels deck by Doreen Virtue, 2 cards by the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell, and 1 card by the Heal Yourself Reading cards by Ina Segal. The first thing I notice with these cards is there's a lot of blue energy. A lot of blue energy in here, and that, as well as the 5th chakra, which is the throat chakra, means that I think some of you definitely need to work on opening your throat chakra more, making sure it's open and it's spinning right, and you're communicating things effectively. It's just being a bit more about, I do feel like it's a lot to do with communication. You need to communicate yourself more. Yeah, definitely communicate yourself more. I'll go back to this one after because I feel like that is related. Well, we start off with, I'm going to start off with the 3 crystal cards. It surprised me that the all blue cards that came out, especially seeing the throat chakra one, it was like, whoa, you know. And we've got Rubelite, which talks about passion and purpose. It's your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to you. So this to me says about communicating clearly with that project that you're working on, something that you're working to, something that's close to your heart, that's something that you're really passionate about, that's linked with your life purpose. That I feel the energy and motivation towards this. I feel the excitement that this is something, excuse me, that's going to drop any minute. Let's knock it off. This feels like something that you're really passionate about, really excited about, something that you're working on that's really close to your heart, that you're really excited about, and it's time to be more work on it, work on that, work on how you're going to communicate that across to people when you're ready to communicate it across to people. I feel like it could be this week that, or this next 2 weeks, that you're going to communicate it more towards people. You're going to be more, it's going to be the week that you communicate it more. So work on your throat chakra so you can help to communicate that passion and that for that project that you're working on, so you can communicate the details about it clearly enough so you know what, so people get you, you know, so people, it comes across the right way, so they understand what it's all about. And then we've got Sapphire. Sapphire says, easy does it, your health, happiness and abundance require a gentle approach to life. That is, I've placed it underneath the Woman of Coins, so that is saying to me that that's linked towards that. I feel like whilst you're working on this, whilst you're working on this, no dominoes. Whilst you're working on this project, it's about communicating it, working out how you can communicate that project, the details about it more clearly, and about what that project does for the people if it's a business project you're working on, what does that project, how can that project, I need to work on my throat chakra, obviously. I need to, how can that project that you're working on help your ideal client or customer? How can I help them? How does it benefit them? Sometimes they're not interested in the finer details. Sometimes they just want to know how it can help them, So make sure you're communicating that across to people. And this is a very strong message for me too, because I have something coming up which I'll talk about in a bit. It's really exciting. But whilst you're doing that, you need to make sure that you're taking time for yourself. Your health needs that, and constant work, constant striving for pushing and making sure that you're doing everything and you're working every hour God sends, and it's too much. Settle it down a bit, back off slightly, and just let the universe do its thing too. If you're pushing too hard, it might not end up being the way you want it to be, but the abundance is there within this project that you're working on. It could be that some of you are women that are watching this I'd say that's saying that the finances this project you're working on is going to bring in the abundance that you want, the money that you want. For those of you that aren't, it could be that you get an idea from a woman comes in to help you. It could be somebody that's coming to collaborate with you on this project. It could also be that just something simple that a woman says to you that gives you a flash of inspiration, a flash of an idea that could help make this project a little bit better. And we've got lapis lazuli, or lazuli. I'm not completely up on my crystal knowledge yet. I don't know whether that's a lapis lazuli or not, to be fair. So if you know, please let me know. But the lapis lazuli being blue also, it's definitely, as well, I'm getting the message that any blue crystals that you've got, if you meditate and put them on your throat chakra, which, if you see, he's got it on his throat chakra there, meditate with them on your throat chakra to help as well. Place them on your throat chakra, have them with you. That will help your throat chakra as well. Help you express things a bit more. Lapis lazuli says this is a life-changing epiphany or experience with this project. It could potentially be a life-changing project. It's a life-changing idea that you could get. The experience of having this project could be what's life-changing. It says it's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. That's not I say God, it says God. It could be source, the universe, your higher self, whatever name you put towards it, the universe is supporting you. You are being supported every step of the way whilst you're doing this project. that this is something that's going to change your life one way or another. It could just be that the money that it helps to bring in is going to be the life-changing experience. It could be that thing that a woman says is going to be the life-changing experience, or the collaboration with a woman that may happen could be that life-changing experience for you. It's the knowledge, it's the experience of doing these things, it's the inspiration that you get, the more people that you meet, that you start to work with, the ideas that you could get from it, or just basically it could just be the experience that you get of doing something that's you're not normally doing, but that's linked to your passion so much that it's just the experience of getting that project out there, getting that thing out there. And I'm getting that message for me too, because what I've got coming up is something I'm really passionate about, something that's really dear to my heart, and something that I've never done before. And it's something that I've got the message about, the idea about, that flash of inspiration I was talking about, that's going to work. And I've already had ideas of collaborating with women on this project to help, so they can bring in their knowledge too at some point. It might not be this week that you collaborate, but it's getting that idea of collaborating with them. This got the Sisterhood of the Rose, which talks about beauty and devotion. It's this priestess, mystic, teacher. So this could be a project that you're teaching people things, you're helping people with it, you could be educating people on something. But make sure that whilst you're educating, are you teachable? Make sure you're teachable yourself. Make sure you're learning the stuff yourself. Make sure you're walking the walk and talking as well as talking the talk, you know? Like, don't spout off about meditation if you're not doing meditation, for instance. Or, I don't know, don't teach somebody about how to drive a bus if you've never drove a bus. I don't know where that came from, but whatever works. Make sure you're teachable with it as well. But whilst you're learning, you're sharing that knowledge with other people as well. Just remember, whilst you're doing this, you can say no to people. That you don't have to say yes to everybody. Not everybody that wants to work with you is a fit for you. Not everybody that wants to work on this with this project, wants to buy this project, this thing you're working on, or whatever, is the right fit. Sometimes you have to say no to people and to things that, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe you need to do the garden and somebody's telling you, make sure you do the garden. But what you need to focus on right now is the project. And you, like, well, no, I'm not going to do the garden, but I will maybe pay somebody to do it for you, or maybe this other person that's telling you to do these things could help with this, with doing it. Or, you know, that you've got family members that can help around the home whilst you're working on this. So you don't have to say yes to everybody and everything. That you have to prioritise things. And whilst they're working on the passion project and stuff, this passion project needs to be one of your top priorities. That's what I feel. I feel like it needs to be one of the top priorities. That it is okay to say no. So remember that. Remember that it's okay to say no. to make sure that you're learning and you're walking the walk as well as talking your talk, that you're using blue crystals, eating, I don't know, blueberries, blue foods, whatever blue foods they have there, wear blue clothes. There are, have a search for essential oils and your chakras. I've got one on my page about essential oils and chakras in the playlist about essential oils that will give you a couple of essential oils that you can use to help with your throat chakra, and it'll also give you a few crystals as well that may or may not be blue. I can't remember. So, I mean, whichever crystals I mentioned, it was a while ago. So remember that this project, if you open your chakra, make sure your chakra's worked on consistently whilst you're doing this. And that sage is... sage, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that sage smoke. Make sure you're working on it. Make sure that you're teaching, you're teachable as well as being the teacher. Make sure you're not saying yes to everybody and saying no to a few things that maybe you don't feel like you can do right now. Use the blue crystals that you need to. Make sure you could also use. You can use rubellite, sapphire, lapis lazuli. To name a few that can help you with this. Make sure you're not all work and no play. I'm getting the message, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So don't just take it easy, you know. Yeah, and that is your message for the weeks April the 22nd to May the 5th. And I have a special announcement. I am so excited to tell you that on the 1st of May I am opening my membership site. I don't have all the details wrote down right in front of me right now. In fact, I might do. Hang on. Let me find out where it is in my diary, and then I'll let you know what the details are. On the 1st of May, I am opening my membership site. My membership site, you'll find details on it on my Facebook page at sarah.coach, and on my website sarahduck.com. I will only open, you won't find them on my website on sarahduck.com, not until I launch the membership site on the 1st of May, but you will find the details on my Facebook page. So have a look over there. But I'm doing a monthly in-depth reading for my membership clients. That is a general reading, but because there's less people in the membership, there will be more that there is on YouTube, for instance. There will be, the energies are different. There's less energies to focus on, you know, and that will be more in depth than I normally do on the YouTube channel, because my monthly readings will no longer be on my YouTube channel. I'll be sticking to my weekly readings. You will also find an in-depth weekly reading on my membership site that's different than the one on YouTube. It may be, I may link it to it if I feel like there's more to say as well, so it can be like that a little bit extra. I'll also do, on every new moon, there'll be a new moon energy reading and intention settings that's worth £20 alone. That is not going to be on offer anywhere else, where I do not sell that reading separately. I will not do those readings on YouTube. So yeah, there's also a full moon energy reading and releasing and crystal cleanse and stuff like that on the full moon. Then we've got a monthly distance healing session and ASMR. Then we've got pick a card readings exclusive to the membership clients only, to the membership site. That will maybe one a month, maybe more, depends on, and there's always you can put forward your ideas for the next ones as well. There'll be a 25% discount code whenever you need it provided, that will give you 25% off all items in my shop. All reading, yeah, 25% off all items in my shop for membership, people who are membership clients only. Then there will be a membership group on Facebook where I'll do live card pulls for each of you who wants one. I'll also have a monthly topic with journal prompts that we can talk about. It's mindset, a mini topic it is, so it'll be mindset in May, mindset May or May mindset or whatever I decided to call it. And you will also get a 1 question personal read, which is worth £20 for each of you. That will be personal, sent to you individually whenever you're ready for it. That will be 1 question each month. That monthly membership is worth at least £100 every month alone, but I am not going to offer £100 a month. I am not going to sell it for £100 a month. It's going on for £25 a month. The reason it's £25 a month is because it's worth £25 a month alone, just for the personal reading and the live card pulls. It's worth that alone, just for that. And it's an energy exchange and time and effort, and you know, it's as well worth that £25 a month. I know I should be offering more for that, but I'm not. So that is my update, and I hope you found that useful. I will do a video on the 1st of May anyway to launch that, to let you know where to get it from, where you can pay and stuff like that. So I hope you have the most amazing rest of April and beginning of March, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.